If you're like a lot of the cannabis executives that I talk to, then you know the struggle. Finding the right talent in the cannabis industry is not easy. Hiring in the cannabis industry is complicated, and the traditional job boards aren't going to tell you everything you need to know about the candidate. Are they badged? Are they reliable? Do they really know their stuff? That's why leaders at the top cannabis companies turn to Vanks. Vanks provides all the tools you need to make the right cannabis hires from one central intuitive dashboard. So whether you're looking for on-demand temporary employees or seasoned executives, Vanks is your one-stop shop to find qualified, ready-to-go workers that are the right fit for your company. So visit Vanks.com, that's VANGST.com, to learn more about Vanks gigs, vetted, and marketplace products, and find out why they're proud to work in cannabis.
The North American legal cannabis market is expected to reach $32 billion by 2028. Unfortunately, recent cannabis stock market volatility has made it difficult for many investors to find opportunities to participate. Pura Verde Cannabis is in position to become a leader in the pharmaceutical cannabis movement through technology, innovation, and growth. As one of Oklahoma's top private label manufacturers, Pura Verde is seeking investment to help them bring their A-game business model to other states. To learn more about investing in Pura Verde, their 13 brand private label brands, and the advantages of being located in Oklahoma, go to puraverdecannabis.com/investors. This is not financial advice. Before making any investment purchases, we strongly recommend that you consult with your own financial investment advisor.
Today we're going to take a look at a report about candy makers. The brand Mars is suing and won a lawsuit against cannabis manufacturers selling infused foods, candies like Skittles. We're going to talk about all of that coming up.
It's only entertainment.
Welcome back to The Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today we got Kat Golgowski. She's an angel investor and attorney. She's going to talk about an issue that we've talked about in the past, as a matter of fact. So we had this discussion in May of 2021. We talked about how big candy was going to come after cannabis, seeing some of these complete IP ripoffs. It wasn't even close. And so we'll put a link to that previous discussion. And we even went so far as to do a review on this, and it wasn't a very good review. So basically, we got a hold of these Skittles, and the three of us tried it out, all Washington folks, and it was absolutely horrible. So they were just running off the name. This is literally one of the worst flowers I've ever had, one of the worst strains, worst growers, everything about it. So to me, that was just kind of saying that this is more about the IP theft than anything else. Didn't taste like Skittles. It was just dirt. It was just nasty. So regardless of what they're doing, I think it's pretty obvious that it's supposed to be a quick turnaround, quick profit, but there's absolutely zero thought, zero skill really put into the finished product.
And certainly no lawyer involved, Josh.
Seriously. Yeah. So basically up in Canada, and this is the interesting part I want to bring up with you, Kat, is Canada ended up suing these candy makers when we know for a fact that all of these other places are in the US too. And so I'm wondering if they're trying to set a precedence or a case law in a legal market first. They went up to Canada, they sued and they won against some cannabis infused edibles that were growing under Skittles. So this is back mid-August, where a court ruling found that 3 cannabis retailers were ordered to pay Mars a total of just $144,000. So it wasn't that much. I mean, it could be enough to put these guys under, honestly, because if they don't have attorneys on file, they probably don't have money for anything. Right. They probably haven't even paid their employee taxes, actually. So well, I don't know. Do you have a personal opinion? I mean, not really having looked at this. Do you think that Mars is setting a precedence, just trying to get case law up there before they come down here and wreak havoc?
I think so. It's much easier where there's no argument about whether cannabis is legal or anything at all like that. The only argument in Canada is, did you steal my trademark? Mm-hmm. Are you infringing on my trademark? And I think it was a smart move on the candy manufacturers to start where it's legal, just to solely focus on the issue of copyright and trademark. Smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's yeah, there's some stupid people out there doing some really dumb stuff, just lazy in general. But I don't know. I'm going to share this one last thing before we take off. This is gummy bears made from wind turbine blades. So you see people cutting corners all the time, doing weird stuff, trying to put in well, it's not Church's Chicken, but it's one of those outlets that puts a lot of MSG in everything to make it taste good, make you come back. Well, this manufacturer of gummy bears is going to break down wind turbine blades because they say that the plant-derived polymer is basically the same thing. They're using plant-based polymers for this wind blade, and so what's the difference? We're just going to recycle this into chewy sweets for you guys. So look what's inside it. Look who's making this, and don't just go off of the new fancy labels or whatever. I mean, this is pretty bad, and I think it just goes to show, like, what else is in your cannabis? I go for pesticide free. Like, there's too much heavy metal, especially in concentrates. You don't know who's doing it. You've got crazy stuff like this where they're saying it's plant based. Man, how much glue and stuff was involved in that process? I don't even want to know. Crazy stuff.
I would not eat a gummy bear that was proudly and properly disclosed as being originated from recycled wind turbine blades.
Stupid
Not for
stuff
me,
all
Josh.
around. Dumb stuff. All right, for more stupid stuff, you're gonna have to come back to the Talking Hedge and find out. So I want to thank Kat Klugowski. She's an angel investor and attorney. Thanks again for being on the Talking Hedge.
Thanks, Josh.
With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.
Thanks for listening to today's show. To check out more great cannabis podcasts, go to podconnects.com. Here's a preview of one of our other shows.
Infused, a cannabis talk show, is a one-of-a-kind look inside the cannabis industry. Meet the amazing people who make cannabis businesses bloom as they join host Nick with Francesca and Mike for creative cannabis conversations. Get an honest look at the business of cannabis, including trends, best and worst practices, products, education, and advocacy. Whether you're canna curious or running a cannabis, Infused has canna conversations that count. Infused is available on YouTube and is now streaming as part of the PodConnects network.